Anyway, let's.
Maisie already getting feral right now. Huge.
I just really love women, and I really love men.
Can we get
really
some snaps? Can we get some snaps for women?
Thank you. I'm
Let's
so
go,
glad
women.
that I'm getting praise for being a fucking asexual.
Hi, everyone. This is Maisie. Maisie, would you like to introduce yourself in an official capacity?
Visual. Hi guys, I'm Maisie Lynn. I'm also known as the Wascusi, God's favorite mistake, and that annoying bitch. Republicans also say you're really hot. It's too bad you're so annoying a lot, which that just makes me feel even hotter because I'm like, damn, they're really just like, damn it, you're really fucking. I hate your guts, but you're hot as. And I'm like. Yeah, but no, I do streams here on the Twitcheroony. I like to do D&D shit. I like to make people laugh. And I traumatize bigots. And I sometimes dress up as a slutty cow. Actually, recently, first stream back, I was like, dude, if we get this many fucking subs, I will do an underboob Rick Sanchez cosplay.
Oh yeah, I heard about that when we rated in.
We fucking demolished it. So I also whore myself out. I do cooking streams. I don't know. It's just my content reflects.
I also whore myself out is during the intro is so good, actually.
Thank you. I'm like, dude, if you want me to like fucking do some bullshit, like give me fucking money, bro. I'm like, I don't give a fuck.
That's so funny.
I know my worth.
I think Maisie's gonna fit in. I think Maisie's gonna like it here a little bit. Yeah.
I already do. Yeah.
So one of the other things that we do for Hole Inspector whenever we have guests on is we have our guests choose a keyword or a phrase to search on Am I the Asshole, and we find the top post containing your word or your phrase.
What about Mothman? I got one more option though, because somebody pointed out that Mothman has cake, and I was like, we could also just have cake. Then now we also could have like Bridezilla territory with like, you know. Oh.
I'm not gonna read too far into this, but I think this one will make us just angry, maybe. So I think we're gonna do this one.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah. Cake is a good one. Am I the hole for yelling at my girlfriend to quote, stop fucking eating?
This is me being like, just me trying to be funny. I'm like, honestly, I will be so surprised if it turns out to be like a plot twist where he's actually concerned that she's ingesting food through her vagina. So it's like not fucking eating.
My male 26 sister, female 23, runs a bakery business, and she's been struggling lately to keep up with orders because she's been short-staffed. She does a lot of orders for wedding cakes that require custard or marmalade fillings, and I offered to help her out by making these fillings at home and bringing them to her so she has less work to do.
Oh, I already know.
Unfortunately, the past 4 times I've made these fillings, my girlfriend, female 24, has literally dipped her fingers into the filling jars and contaminated them because, in her words, she just wanted to try some.
Listen, there was a lot of things I was considering, but biohazard was not one of them.
Yeah, that.
Use a spoon! Use a fucking spoon! Get your rancid, literally Florence from
Quit
Florence and the
fingering my jelly jar! I've tried explaining to her that she can't dip her fingers in and contaminate the entire batch because then I have to remake it. I said she should use a spoon!
Also, thank God that he's not just letting it be and he is like throwing the rest of it out. Also, wait, if it's contaminated and he has to make more, then she has a giant fucking bowl to have now. Like now she gets the full fucking thing.
Right, so she's contaminated one. He's had to make new ones. Wait, this has happened past 4 times I've made these fillings. So she's gotten the whole thing 4 times?
Oh, okay, yeah, no, good. Oh my God.
I've tried explaining to her that she can't dip her fingers in and contaminate the entire batch because then I have to remake it. I said she should use a spoon and to take out some if she wants to try it so bad, but she just pouts and says that she likes using her fingers because it takes her back to her childhood. Bag of drag makes a good point. Use a finger on the spoon.
There it is.
Take a spoonful also, and then use your finger.
Or put it in a bowl and fuck with the bowl.
Today, I was trying to finish some chocolate custard and send it over to my sister really fast because she was running late on a wedding cake order for an important client. That's how we got here. I told my girlfriend beforehand to not eat the custard, and if she really wanted to, please use a spoon. I get out of the shower, and what do I see? She has her fingers in it again. I totally lost it because this is the 5th time she blatantly disregarded what I said, and I yelled at her to, quote, stop fucking eating the food I'm making because it's not for her.
That was also rage bait because it's she should have added the food I'm eating. Yeah.
She started crying and got mad at me for fat shaming her, even though I made no comment on her weight and she has no history of weight issues or eating disorders. I know it was harsh, but she kept pushing my limits. Am I the whole?
Please tell me that. Like, is
oh
there an
my
update?
God. No. The top comment is, does she also wear a diaper and draw on the walls with crayons because it reminds her of childhood, not the asshole?
It's because it's like, and again, it could easily seem petty that we're like, no, that's like a breakupable offense, but it's like it leads to a much bigger issue, which is
if it weren't a like repeated offense that just kept happening. This is the 5th time in a row. I wouldn't be too mad about it. I'd be like, hey, don't do that again. I have to remake that batch. It's for a professional, like my sister's business.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I wouldn't care, you know? But this is not for you. It's not for me, even.
Especially like he told her before. So it's not like a mix up where if like her partner is like a really good baker and she's like used to that and it's like muscle memory, but like he even told her. Yeah. So that was literally like, for me, that is, I am actively acknowledging that this is going to put my partner's sister's livelihood in jeopardy. Right. It is a clear violation of my partner's like boundaries and his hard work, and also putting health, like the health of the consumers, in jeopardy. Yeah. When it also could easily get a fucking bowl.
She was the asshole in this situation for literally no other reason than doing this 5 times in a row.
Yeah.
And then you stack everything on top of that, and it's like, girl, what are you doing?
Well, especially too, where she's immediately like, you're fat shaming me. I'm like,
yeah, that feels manipulative a little bit.
That is extremely manipulative. That's like her trying to like make him out to be the bad guy for having boundaries.
Victimizing herself for being called out.
Yeah. Sorry,
terrible segues. Speaking of beasts.
Let us take a peep at them holes.
I've got a wonderful hole for us. This comes from...
I have a fucking name. Sorry, you said I have a wonderful hole for all of us. And I went, excuse me, I have a name.
Oh, my bad. Sorry. Maisie's going to be a wonderful hole for us, everybody.
No! That was supposed
Resonant
to be
Wiscussy Cryptid Bottom. And wonderful hole. Okay. This comes from...
That's my gender. You just described my gender. Just like fucking Wiscussy Bottom Cryptid Hole.
This comes from the r/hole inspector, our subreddit. The top post from this week. Am I the hole for refusing to let my sister store 200 pounds of live crabs in my bathtub for her crab-themed wedding?
That's a lot of holes, and that's a lot of crabs.
That's a lot of crabs.
Holes, and that's a lot of crabs. It's like a college campus with how much fucking crabs are in holes. Like if she had like a baker's dozen of those terrifying like coconut crabs, you know, that look like proof that God doesn't love us all the time, you know, that would probably be like 12. I actually don't know how weight works. Like that's just like, that's a biblically accurate amount of crabs.
The most popular crab for eating is a snow crab. So I'm going to go off of snow crab. That is anywhere from 50 to 100 crabs. If we're using snow crabs.
A lot of crabs.
So my sister, 30 female, is getting married next weekend. And for reasons I don't entirely understand, the theme of her wedding is crabs. Like actual crabs. She's obsessed with them. They're on the invitations, the table centerpieces. Even her dress has little crab embroidery. That's kind of cute, actually.
It's adorable.
Huh.
I love that.
Fine, whatever. Her wedding, her choice. The problem started yesterday when she called me, 32 male, in a complete meltdown because her crab supplier, apparently this is a thing, fell through, and now she's managed to source 200 pounds of live crabs last minute. However, She has nowhere to store them until the big day. Her genius solution, my bathtub. This sounds like one of those math problems you get in junior high.
I literally was about to say that. Yeah. Like, oh my God.
She says I owe her because I live alone and I don't even take baths. True, but I do shower in there and prefer not to share it with angry sea creatures. I told her no way, and now she's furious, calling me selfish and accusing me of sabotaging her wedding. Her reasoning is that the crabs are integral to the ambience of the reception. Apparently they're going to be part of the decorations, gross, and later boiled as part of the dinner. She insists the bathroom is perfect because it has a drain and all I have to do is hose it down afterwards. I cannot imagine getting this request from someone. I don't care what you have perceived that I owe you. I don't think I could owe anyone to the level where I would be obligated to store 200 pounds of live crabs in my bathtub for them. I told her this was insane. First, crabs move. They're not going to stay neatly in the tub. Second, I'm not dealing with the smell of seawater and crab poop for the next week. Third, what happens if one escapes and claws its way under the fridge or something? But now she's... I'm sorry. But now she's rallying the family against me.
Then put him in the fucking tub.
Saying I'm being unsupportive and don't understand how stressful planning a wedding is. Even my dad is telling me to just do it for a few days to keep the peace. This is 200 pounds of live crabs. You do it.
That's where I'm at. I'm like, if you're so supportive, then you take the crabs.
For the record, I think her wedding sounds like a logistical nightmare, but I've been polite about it. I just don't think my bathroom should turn into a crab holding tank because she can't rent a cooler like a normal person. Am I the whole? I
also feel so bad for the crabs.
Yeah, that's
all. Like, oh.
I'm
actually speechless, which is crazy because I never shut up. Damn. This has me flabbergasted.
I just can't. I just can't imagine being in the situation where you pull up, like you answer your phone. You're like, oh hey sis, what's going on? I need you to store 200 pounds of live crabs in your bathtub. Obviously, we're going not the asshole.
I give it a crab and a crabs.
The most sane thing you can say is, no, I'm not storing 200 live crabs in my bathtub for a week. All right, who it is? No fucking shot, Dr. Norp. Give me a search term or phrase for our next hole inspector post.
What hole are we inspecting, Dr. Norp? Ooh, that's good. Popcorn. Ooh, okay.
I will let you know, and everyone in the chat right now, all of our best, most wild, ridiculous stories have come from searching the most innocuous foods. All right, I'm opening a dickie for this hole.
You're opening a what?
I'm opening the dickie for the hole. Okay.
Oh my God, I love it. Have you ever, okay, also, last you said I'm opening the dickie for the hole, and I was like, what? Imagine sex, but you do like, here comes the choo-choo before, like, that's me with a strap on. Like, if I'm gonna peg somebody, I'm gonna be like, here comes the airplane. No!
Am I the hole for making my son pay for a new pizza when he didn't save any for the rest of the family? I, 45 female, have 2 kids, 14 male and 17 female. My son has high functioning ASD, and honestly, most people cannot tell.
14 kids, you said?
2 kids, 1 14 male and 17 female. That would be a completely different post. Oh my God.
Well, I was just thinking about the crabs. I'm like, what is 200 pounds of kids? I was like, shit.
What
that's
is
a lot of kids.
200 pounds of kids?
What is 200 pounds of children? Oh my god.
My son has high functioning ASD, and honestly, most people cannot tell, but it comes out in certain aspects of his relationship, such as thinking about others, compassion, etc. My son also eats a lot of food, way more than someone for his age. He's not overweight in any way, so the doctors have not considered this a problem. Here comes the problem. For years, when we have ordered food, he's neglected to realize the food we order is for the whole family and not just him. My husband and I have spoken to him multiple times, and he usually just gives half-hearted apologies. We are working with his therapist, among other issues that he has. On Friday, my daughter had to work after school, so she drove herself there while my son took the bus home. He said that he was hungry, so I ordered a pizza and told him to save some for his father and his sister. I only took a slice. Usually my daughter does not eat much, 1 to 2 slices, and same thing for my husband. That would have left him with 5 slices of a large pizza. About 2 hours later, my daughter comes home and sees the pizza box empty and starts bawling. She usually is not one to complain about food and will usually just make her own, but she did not have time to eat before work today, and during lunch she was making up a test, so she did not eat since breakfast. I was furious that my son deducted the money for a new pizza plus a generous tip to delivery driver from my son's bank account. My son saw, and now he is pissed. My daughter thought it was the right thing to do, especially since this is the 3rd time this has happened to her. My son's reasoning is that he doesn't work, so his only sources of income are his birthday and Christmas, so my daughter should have paid since she has a job. My husband and I both are on board with what I did, but I don't know, is my son right? Am I the whole?
God.
Yeah.
Because like I've been there where like just the one fucking thing keeping you going after a shit day
Is some delicious food at the end of the tunnel, and then it's gone.
Delicious fucking food, especially pizza hits so good after the worst fucking day.
Right. I worked at 14, but that's not normal. We shouldn't be doing that.
It shouldn't be. We're in America, like where the children yearn for the mines, but like yeah, no. So that's where I also got confused. I was like, oh, I forget. Some of your viewers might have rights. Yeah, my bad. I was like, I forgot where I was. I was like, oh wait.
Some of your viewers might have rights.
Right.
Some of you.
I'm so sorry, guys. I thought that we were all stuck here. Good for you.
Real.
Oh man.
Real.
Dude, well, especially I was nervous because she said high functioning, which if people aren't aware, we don't use high functioning or low functioning. That was actually something developed. I think it was actually like with the Hitler administration in Germany.
I didn't know that.
So the proper term is high support versus low support.
Okay.
So low support, I believe, is you don't need as much assistance to be able to get things done, and then high support is like you need a caretaker, and you aren't able to really support like yourself or take care of yourself. So that's also a lot of people don't know that, but so this
yeah,
is
I didn't. That's great to know. Because
autistic people, no matter how like what end of the spectrum they're on, they are fully functioning. We are fully functioning, right? There's nothing wrong with us. There's nothing to be cured. It's just more of like, do we need support to be able to navigate a world that is very not suited to people with disabilities? Yeah. So
yeah, I like that. There is an update. There is one update at the end of this post. For everyone saying we are underfeeding him, we have tons of food in the house. The fridge is stocked. We have snacks, ingredients, etc. My son refuses to learn how to cook, even when we have offered him cooking classes. Even without learning to cook, we have boxed pasta, popcorn, bread, vegetables, and fruits, rice, etc., all of which require no cooking ability. He simply chose to eat the whole pizza, and that is how we got here.
I think it depends, but it's
the mention of autism here feels
it almost
unneeded.
Feels, like when it comes to the taking money out of his account, I mean, I think that, is it the best way to go about it? No, but I think also there is like a level of just how much someone can take and desperation when somebody's not getting the message.
Right.
Because
I think it's
I get why, because it just felt like he wasn't listening, and also she's got another child that now that has gone without eating now for multiple times. I just don't know where he's like here on the spec. Like, did he not know? Is there something going on with like when he gets like, is that a source of like sensory discomfort where it like actually physically affects him severely, because like eating a
We have
whole
some
large
responses
pizza by
from
yourself-
OP that I've found.
Yeah. Okay.
The first one is I knew someone would have commented this. Last time I ordered 2 pizzas and he ate the entirety of 2. So no, I don't think that's the problem.
He ate. Okay, because now this is almost sounding like eating is a stim
Yeah.
or something. Like
refuses
this
to learn how to
sounds.
cook.
Yeah. He's
And then
a
this
child
comment
with
makes me very untrusting of OP here.
Yeah,
They said,
that's-
yeah, unfortunately, he considers it to be. He unfortunately has learned incompetence from me and my partner trying to gentle parent him from a young age, as the behavioral professionals told us to do. Didn't work for us though, slanty face. Yeah, I don't like the way that any of that is worded.
Oh my
Gentle
God,
parenting doesn't
yeah.
mean being a doormat. You can
Yeah,
still
exactly.
be firm with your kids and still be gentle parenting.
Yeah,
Like-
1000%. And like to the people saying 1 pizza for 4 people, I think that the mom wasn't home and she did talk about how her daughter has like 1 to 2 slices. I think.
I mean,
like, some
large
people
pizzas
do
are
eat-
kind of big too. Like,
They're big. So I don't think it's like not getting. I think that the issue here is I think the son has something else going on, because
Yeah.
also to eat an entire large pizza in that small amount of time.
mhm.
I don't like it when people with autism are infantilized to the point where it's like, you know, where you are like, because yeah, we are people, we are able to understand right from wrong. I think the biggest thing is not that he has autism. I think the biggest thing
Right.
is that he's a fucking 14-year-old boy.
Right. Exactly.
And-
Like the
and-
pointing out of autism feels so like out of left field.
It feels very
It's not.
deflective.
Yeah, it's not an important facet of the story, and honestly feels a little uncomfy
It
for me.
feels like she's trying to use it to like get pity. I feel like not enough. Like if it's been a recurring situation over and over again, then like I could maybe get it if it's like a thing. But I feel because again too, yeah, he's only 14.
I feel
that's
like
his only
everyone sucks
money.
here does apply. Yeah.
I think everyone sucks. Yeah.
He's old enough
Yeah.
to know. He's old enough
He's
to
old
control
enough to
himself,
know
but at the same
better.
time, your mom might be an ableist piece of shit, which makes
Yeah.
OP a little bit of an asshole. So the payout, congrats! Our yes the asshole voters just got a giganto payout. Let's go.
Always vote for ass.
Always vote for ass. Let's
Always vote for
go.
ass. That's what you get. Because
I can see
listen,
it.
Florida Man has some good headlines. I think I once saw a
Oh,
headline of a
absolutely.
dude who robbed a bank buck ass naked, and I was like, yeah, that's
Okay. Yeah. Why not? You know?
yeah.
Why not?
You know, go with God, I guess, and go with dong. My
Go
leash.
with dong.
Go with dong. Maybe you know what? Maybe he was saving up for gaycation.
And it all
was
comes
such-
back, baby. And it all comes back.
full circle. And here we are back in Ibiza again.
Maisie, thanks
you
so much
so-
for being on
Thank
Hole
you so much
Inspector.
for,
I appreciate
oh my god!
it.
Thank you for inspecting my holes.
You're
You know,
so
I was
welcome.
getting worried about them little guys, but you know, I feel fresh. I feel clean. Feel
Them little
cleansed.
guys.
Well, these little guys, you know, all my holes. Highly recommend get your holes inspected.
Anytime, Maisie, you want those little
Oh my
holes
god!
inspected.
Well, yeah, if you want some good holes or crabs.
Everyone,
you for
please go
having
follow
me.
Maisie. Could you introduce yourself again? Let them know where they can find you. Anything that you're working on or
Oh,
anything.
hey there. Hi there, everyone. My name is Maisie Lynn. I'm also known as the Wiscussy, the Moth Mommy, and God's favorite mystique. You can find me on all the socials. I have a single account. I don't make multiples, especially on TikTok. If you follow an account that isn't me, they might ask you for a $50 Apple gift card in exchange for my dirty pics. And I'm like, baby girl, if you knew me, you know I would charge you at least $150 for my dirty, stinky pics. Anyway, I'm sorry.
Know your worth. Yes, let's go.
I'm Maisie Linney. That's Maisie. You can think of the eyes like the little torches in front of the dungeon door. That is the S. Yeah, I'm here on Twitch. I stream on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. I'm always just like this. So if you enjoyed my unhingedness, that's what you're in for. I also sometimes dress up as a slutty cow. I yell at bigots in my chat and humiliate them in front of the internet, and usually they
confirm.
delete their accounts. Like I literally, there was like a play for play of some bitch came in being transphobic, and now he's deleted his entire Twitter. because that's just what we fucking do. But yeah, I also got a link tree. I do Midwestern BBEG content where I put on this accent, and I'm actually doing a bunch of lore for it. I'm also likely actually going to be doing a escape from gaycation campaign.
Yes.
Yeah. Wait, did I do the TikTok singing? Yeah. Bring a bucket in a beat it up, buddy. Catch a charge. Extra large and extra hard. Put this squishy right in your face. Swipe your nose like a credit card. You actually have that as a sound redeem.
That's
Up on
wonderful.
top.
Why did the command !sex make stream elements post the number 17, 18, 19? That's it. Banned. Why do we have a counter for sex? Why do we have a sex counter? What was that for?